Hi everybody, Cindy Ellis here from Cindy's Stamping Studio. I'm located in the central part of Wisconsin, and it's a beautiful spring day, just gorgeous. And while I find myself on my Kindle, there I am. Yeah, I'll wait for some people to come on, but yeah, the weather's been just really pretty, but we're very dry. We could use some rain. I'm having to water my flowers in my garden already, which I don't like having to do, but we have a good system, so it works out great. And let me just get myself set up here. There we go. So yeah, a few things to talk about. We have a technique class coming up for June. Oh, it's June 1st, 2026. We have a few things coming up in June. A new technique class, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's called Faux Louver, or it can also go by double vision or a shadow card. And shadow card really doesn't say what it is, but the louver, if you think of those louver shutters, that's what it's like. And there's Linda Hodge, and she says she received her cards today. Perfect. I am so glad. You were supposed to get them on Saturday, but you got them today. We'll be happy with, we'll be happy with that. But yeah, it's a nice day in Wisconsin, and unfortunately no rain in sight. Okay, we have, starting tomorrow, a new product of the month for Stamping Up. It's called Wild Bunch Stamp Set, and it's got some very cute little animals and sayings. You can get that for $5 when you spend $75. So that's pretty cool. All right. Oh, there's Michelle Jones and Kathy Sanford. Nice to see you. So glad you're here. Also, starting tomorrow, we have new kits coming out from Stamping Up. Okay, so what's happening in my world? I said June is a good month because June is my birthday month, and it's also Andy's birthday month. She's on June 11th, and I'm on June 12th. So we get to, a lot of times we celebrate our birthdays together, which I always think is so special. Oh, Linda said she did get them on Saturday. Good. Finally it worked out, right? And what Linda and I are talking about is that any of my classes that I offer, those cards are available as a class to go. They come with complete instructions and colored pictures. Everything is provided for you except basic stamps, ink, and your adhesive. And it's a great way to craft without having to make the big investment. So might be something you can think about doing. Okay, I was hoping more people would be hopped on already, but that's okay. I'll probably repeat myself. The big thing. Today I met with my contact for the veteran cards. And she was so surprised at how many boxes of cards I had. And I told you last week that I was up to 1,037. Wow. I received more cards on that week, and that pushed us up to 1,098. So I thought, let's make it an even number, and I went and made 2 more cards. So for 2026, our veteran cards surpassed anything I've ever done, and it was 1,100. And I found out that they have about 500 Badger girls that attend this conference, and they all just write in one card. So she said she, would have enough for 2 years, but maybe she'd give them the option of making 2 cards or writing messages in 2 cards, and she'll let us know. So maybe next year I won't advertise it. We started in January, which she couldn't believe that we got that many cards just from January. But so what I'm going to do is I have an extra folder, and when my designer series papers retire, I'm going through them and pulling anything that's got a red background or a blue background, and I'll be using those next year for my cards because it doesn't hurt to have them on hand. Okay, all right, well, we'll have a lot of people probably will be watching the replay, and that's fine. We have winners for door prizes, and believe it or not, the person that won for comments is actually watching. So I have these beautiful bubble bath sequins. I'm going to send them to Kathy Sanford. So Kathy, I will be getting these to you, and for sharing these balmy blue sequins, I'm going to send to Denise Weiger, who's in Colorado. So yeah, I have sequence for Kathy and for Denise. Yes, Michelle, I was so humbled, and I couldn't believe that we would have that many cards, but it was all word of mouth. Plus, the newspapers in my area found out about it, and so I had to give interviews last week to 2 newspapers, and their articles are going to be in the TRG and in the Clark County Press. So yeah, I get both of those papers, so I'll share them next week. Okay, let's see. Karen Halterman from Iowa and Tracy Stevens. Yes, and I just shared, you guys missed it, but I got 61 more cards last week from Ronnie Kaiser-Smith and a friend. And then I thought, well, you know what? We got to have an even number. So I made 2 more cards. That pushed us up to 1,100 veteran thank you cards. And I thank everybody that participated. And it was, like I told Teresa today, it was such a good, feel-good project. Because like I've said so many times, everybody has a veteran in their family. I do it for my dad. I know some people do it for their fathers or grandfathers or brothers or even husbands. So yeah, thank you so much. So we're all done talking about veteran thank you cards finally. And what else? Oh, I got new nails. So I'll be showing you those in just a second. Our stamp set this week is all Aflutter, and all Aflutter right here. It comes with a coordinated stamp punch. So I will flip my camera around, and we'll get started on a really cool card. There is Kay Wire. Good evening. Nice to see you. I'll say, just bear with me. I'll say this of people I know that are just hopping on. Kay, you won't believe this, but I got rid of all of the veteran thank you cards today. We got up to 1,100. Isn't that an accomplishment? Plus, I had 2 newspapers contact me and interview me. So that was really exciting. Okay, so now I'm going to flip my camera. Enough about that. Okay, now you can see outside, and we have a beautiful Wisconsin afternoon going on. Oops. Whoop. It pays to do the right lever. There we go. How's that? think that's pretty good. Yeah. All right. This is the... Oh, here's my new nails. Aren't they pretty? They match my truck and my purse. You might say this is my favorite color. So, yeah, I love them. Heart Aflutter with a matching punch, which really makes it pretty cool. All right. We are using Berry Burst, Smoky Slate, and Peaceful Pine. And we are going to be making a faux louver card, which is my technique for June. And like I said, these classes are available as a class to go. So if after we make 2 technique cards and 1 fancy fold, which I have that one done already. So if this is something without the big investment, something to think about. Our card base is the beautiful Peaceful Pine that is starting to become, I am not a green person, but Peaceful Pine, I love this color. It's soft. It's not so bright. Fresh Fruit Plate. Oh, yes. So I'll be sharing the interviews on my blog and probably next week too, because I was so excited. So it's our standard card of 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. Now we're going to be doing the faux louver. We have a white piece for the inside, and it's supposed to have a decorating strip, but I have that right here. Yep. Then what you do is you cut out 2 pieces for the layer. Now my layer is 4 by 5 1/4, and make sure they are the same. Don't don't go and cut them out. They have to be the same. See, the flowers are the same. So in other words, you take 2 pieces. Oh, here, this will work. You take 2 pieces and cut them out together. And there's Denise Weiger from Colorado. Well, Denise, you missed out on all the fun. You, and I don't even know where I put it. You, Denise, you won some balmy blue sequins for sharing. So, thank you. Okay, so they're both exactly the same, which is the best part. We're going to take one. And this paper, I love it. It's the Velvet Meadow Designer Series paper. And so the little flowers are raised up and they're velvet. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's get going. Don't want to go and hold anybody up. We're going to put this down on the front of our card. Okay, so now I still have it going the same direction. We're going to put them right there. And we're going to get our cutter out. And what I'm going to do is half-inch strips. Okay. Oops. Okay, we're going to take this one and I'll just put it right there, keeping it in order. The next one, half-inch strip. Whoop, my paper. I love the glass platform to work on. I don't like how it glares, so that's why I went and I put a piece of good paper down. Okay, we're just gonna keep keeping these in order, not gonna mix them up. And this is our June technique. And I really do like to do it this way, where I get to practice the technique more than once. And before I have to try and do a class, we'll just keep going. And another 1/2 inch. I will show you. Oh, I was just thinking, yeah, I do. It's over here. When I'm done, I'll show you my first attempt. This is my second, or maybe it's my third. And one more time. Okay. And thank you for liking and sharing, Kay. I appreciate that. Okay, we have them all in order. Okay, so now we'll bring our card base out. Now, we are going to go, we will go and take the second one. And the second one will fit right there. See, they're exactly alike. And so, you know, we can do it that way. Foam adhesive strips. I bought them for a project. They're Stampin' Up. I don't even know if they're still available, but that's what I used. And get my handy dandy scissors. Which I have had for 16 years. Okay, and it just fell on the floor. But that's okay. And what you want to do is put that down. That's pretty close. Now, I want to use the next one, and that one is going to go right there. I'm not sure about that. What about the second one? This is the third one. Oh, this will work fine. Okay, where's my, oh, right here. So, I'm sure everybody had a great Memorial Day. And we actually didn't work for a change, which shocked me. And I found out we're going fishing tomorrow. I try not to say anything because I don't want Jim to get mad at me, but it's like, hello, we are retired, you know. Okay. And all we're doing is putting these strips down that have these foam adhesive. I mean, they don't have to be 100%. Ooh, that one isn't very straight. It is forgiving. There, but close. There, that's good. Now, what about the next one? Should we put that one right there? I want to see what this one says. Okay, so I'm going to skip one and put that one down. Okay. It is a fun and easy technique, and I don't know if I've ever done it before. I I just want to say that I haven't. I know I've done it with like little squares and stuff, but never strips, if that makes sense. Okay. There we go. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly. I wouldn't get that way about it. I mean, we want it to be somewhat matched. That'll be good. Okay, so we need another strip. And it is pretty fast and easy. So, what are we doing this weekend? Oh, yes. Saturday, we got invited to a party, a birthday party. Sunday, it's Wisconsin, so we're going to a dairy, June is dairy month, so we're going to a dairy breakfast at 9 o'clock, and then we're going to go out, hit the road, and go to a graduation party. So that'll be fun. Okay, so we'll put this one. We don't need those. It makes for a busy weekend, though. It's funny how that happens, where you're not that busy, then all of a sudden, you're in one weekend, you got 3 things going on. It's just, I guess that's how it goes. Okay. Okay. Oh, shaker cards for ShareCare. I think that's why I bought these, was for shaker cards. And that's one technique I hardly make. Oh, I had it upside down. There. And like I said, it doesn't have to be 100%. Okay, so there's that. That's the main part. We're going to take our white piece. Let's let that one sit for a while. We'll take our white piece and we're going to put our decorative strip. I think that's why I didn't have one in the packet, because you don't use all of the strips. And of course, some designer paper is better to use on this technique than others. But I like this paper. I like how it turned out. Okay. We got that. Now, we are going to stamp the inside. Thinking of you today. We're going to use Peaceful Pine. I have to just say, I appreciate everybody tuning in today. I appreciate how you guys came through for me with the veteran cards. That was just wonderful. And it's just been a whirlwind. We're going to take some Berry Burst. And from the stamp set, there are these cute little butterflies. So I'm just going to stamp them in the corner. And we can put them on the inside. Kathy Sanford says it's very cute. She'll have to try it. It really is 1/2-inch strips work the best. You could do 3/4 inch strips, but I like 1/2 inch the best. And if you go on Pinterest and type in faux, F-A-U-X, louver, L-O-U-V-E-I, you'll get some other, but any designer series paper would work. Okay, so now I'm going to, I took let's see. They're floating around. Here they are. I took my Stylish Shapes dies, which I use all the time, and I cut out this arrow. Put that there. And my saying, fluttering by to say hi. Going to use the Peaceful Pine again. And right here. Yep. Just like that. Now, whoops. That's how they close. That easy. I like that. I'm not going to use dimensionals because it's already puffed up enough. And that's the signal to tell me that Jim is home. He went up to the farm for a little bit, and we have in case he were to go down the woods, so I know where to find him. And we're going to go and put this right here. Like so. Okay. This is shaping up. Now, I'm going to take my butterflies and some barely blush cardstock. If I can get the cellophane open. All right. I need a mouse pad. There we go. Just like that. Now what you could do, if you had purchased the Stampin' Up glitter shimmer brush, would be to color these. But guess who didn't order the Barely Blush shimmer brush? That would be me. Karen Halterman says, how's my ankle doing? My ankle is coming along. It's not 100%. It's still slightly swollen, so I am limited on what shoes I can put on. Although, I find that sandals are not a good fit yet. Tie shoes work really good. But it is coming, and the doctor had said, boy, to, like in the house, I haven't worn the boot for a couple weeks just because I hate it so much, but to really exercise that ankle, to get those tendons stretched back where they're supposed to be. Yeah, I should have ordered all of the shimmer brushes. And I didn't. I do have a Wink of Stella. You can try that. Whoops. Whoops. I'm not sure if that'll have enough. We'll just use this. But I should have ordered all of it, and I thought, oh, I'll never use the Barely blush. It isn't a real popular colors. Well, thank you, Karen. It is healing. It's just very slow. You know, you don't, when you get to be my age, you just don't bounce back like you used to. We're going to put a little bit of glue on our, and if I don't get it just perfect, it's okay. And it is healing. When Jim said we're going fishing tomorrow, I thought, oh boy, I hope I can get in and out of the boat okay, but I don't think it'll be a problem. Because he's also very good about helping. I trained him right. There. So there's that. Now, oh yeah, right here, I have these butterflies, the in color butterflies. We're going to use some of the Barely Blush. Come on. There we go. I'll put one right here, and they're so tiny. There. And that is it. That is exactly right, Karen. It does seem like it makes me so frustrated, too. It happens so fast, but it's taking so long to heal. But anyway, here's my card. I love how it turned out. Let me see. For technique class, I'll show you the card, the first card I have designed, and that's this one. I love how that turned out also. So there's lots of possibilities. You just have to find the right designer series paper to use. So yeah, there we are. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and have a great rest of your week. And I just want to thank you again, and take care. All right? All right. See you next Monday.